Oh yeah, shine, girl. Happy Makeup Monday, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to do a really quick 5-minute face. Well, I say 5 minutes. I'm not totally sure. I've not timed this, but a fast spring look, easy. And then we're going to turn it into like something a little elevated. So I've not ran through it, kind of have in my mind, so we'll see how it goes, but let's get started. So I'm going to use a CC cream. There's BB cream, CC creams. I think at first, when they first came out, they were BB creams and then kind of went from there. I'm going to mix 2 different shades. This is the Mary Kay CC cream. I'm going to mix light to medium and very light, just so that I can use up the very light, so I can get it gone. Chesley used it for a while and then didn't want it anymore, and I do not want to waste it, so I'm just mixing it in. And we're just going to go in with our hands. We're not trying to waste any time here, people. The great thing about these CC creams is they honestly feel like you're just rubbing on a moisturizer. Like, they do feel so good. And they don't feel heavy or cakey at all. They've got a primer built in them. There's so many benefits. There's sunscreen in them. So you are covered. Let's check in the mirror. Make sure we're all blended. Okay, I'm just going to rinse my hands off so I'm not covered in CC cream as we move on. All right, and I am going to use concealer. If you watched our Makeup Monday with my friend Mickey in Missouri, that was so fun. But if you watched that, she does not have to use concealer. Girl, I do. I am going to use my sponge for this just because I think it looks better, but you do not have to. She does not have to use CC or concealer, but I got dark circles I've got to try to hide. Most of my time is spent on blending. And see, I don't really know if you can tell, but that makes pretty much a difference, okay? I'm going to pat that out with my finger. My sponge is still a little too wet. I just washed it, so it's picking up a little too much of the concealer. Not leaving enough on my eye. Okay. All right, so we're all blended. Again, I just want to take time to make sure it's all blended out. So now we're just going to go in with our powder. Oh, and that concealer was the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, $5. It really is good. I have had a love-hate thing with that concealer. I did not like it because it dries down so matte, but I've come to like it. I'm going to buy another one. Like, I think it's been my go-to. I really like it. So I'm going in with the really affordable Codier Spun powder. It's very fragrant, so if you don't like fragrance, you won't like this powder. It doesn't bother me, but it's like $6, and I feel like this is going to last me the rest of my life. I don't think I'll ever have to repurchase it. And I'm just gonna lightly. So the next thing we're going to go in with is we're going to go ahead and just knock out our eyebrows because it's driving me insane to see them like this. So just something super easy is to get a brow tint. It's like the little miniature mascara we've talked about before. This is in the shade Brunette. A lot of companies have a shade taupe that works if you have like my shade hair. I even use blonde sometimes, and Mary Kay has a shade that's blonde, and that really works for me. It's not too light. So if you don't want them to be too crazy dark, maybe try the shade blonde. But this just separates the brows and just gives them a little shape and kind of fills in some of the gaps that we all have without having to break out a pencil and get all precise with it. And you can be as messy and fast because literally you can just do this and clean up the mess and you're good. Can you see what a difference in that eyebrow and that eyebrow just from swapping that on real fast? Okay, so now moving along, I'm trying to go fast. I'm going to go into, Chesley bought this little palette while we were in Missouri from Tarte. And it's got a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight all in one. This is awesome. I want something like this to take on vacation. So I'm going to get my bronzer brush and just go in with that shade. It's a really nice, not too dark shade. We're just going to, you'll notice I didn't contour. This is just a fast little look. Oh, that's a nice bronzer. Just dust where the sun would naturally hit your face, on your forehead. Just hit your nose with it. I'm going to go back in with my powder brush and just make sure that I don't have any weird lines. It's just got a translucent powder on it, so it's not going to put any color on my face. I like that bronzer. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to go in with that blush too, and it's called Summer House. Looks really pretty. Oh! That is pigmented. Okay, we're just going to... Okay. That is really pretty. I do not need any more with color, so I'm going to go in with that powder brush again and just blend that sucker in. I do want just a little bit more. I just love blush. Which is weird because I do stuff to correct the redness in my skin and then I love blush. Anyway, I'm going to swatch this highlighter, but I'm not going to use this highlighter. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's champagne. Gosh, I want that. That is pretty. It's called Hampton's Weekender little palette. That's cute. I need to find out how much that was. So I'm going to use this little cheapy Wet n Wild Mega Glow. It's called Blossom Glow highlight. I've used this before on this channel. We're just going to go in, hit the tops of the cheeks. Even if you're in a hurry, throw on some highlight. It's that fast. Like, that is not going to take too much of your time. Eyeshadow. The reason I use this is I didn't want to use too much of Chesley's new palette. So, eyeshadow, just take your finger in here, hit those lids so you're not having to dig out an eyeshadow palette, all that jazz. If you get too messy with it like I did, just take another finger and do that. All right, mascara, you're almost done. You're about ready to get out the door. I like to curl my lashes. If not, my lashes stick straight out. I don't know why I just put that mirror down because I'm going to need that. So I'm not getting all up close to you guys and scaring you half to death. So I see we're clearly past 5 minutes, but I have been talking. We'll use that as my excuse. You could easily do this in under 10 minutes though. And I would say, I mean, I've thrown on a 5-minute face for sure before. And you could go without the blush. You could just do bronzer. But I would not skip my highlight because you're going to need it for your eyeshadow anyway. You could definitely be much faster with your eyelashes and just kind of give them a little zhuzh and be good, but all right, mascara is done. I just did the top lashes because this is a quick spring day look. All you need now is lip gloss. So I'm going in with this Morphe lip gloss. It's McKinley's in the shade Boho. That's appropriate. So it's just nice little neutral gloss. And you are ready to go out the door. Done. Donezo. So now we're going to elevate it. So we're going to start with eyebrows. If you have an eyebrow pencil, that's the easiest. Right now I've got this little doohickey, so I'm going to just fill in my brows a little bit more than what the brow tint can do. So I always like to start at the end. Okay, now look what a difference that made. So brows are important, okay? Let's make sure with our mirror. We're pretty good. So now, what I would do is I would go over, since I've already got CC cream and powder on, I wouldn't want to go over my face with more CC cream or a foundation because I've got powder on and it would kind of look cakey. So what I would use now is a cushion foundation. This can go over powder and look good. I have no idea how, but it can. A cushion foundation always looks good. And I really like this one from Wet n Wild. It's $3 and something. It's great. I'm not going to put any on right now because I'm not actually going anywhere. Like if you're needing to dress up a little more at night, obviously I'd pull my braids out and probably curl my hair since it's already going to have some wave to it. But I would add a little extra coverage probably, but I don't need that right now. No need to do that, but I would definitely add some cushion foundation. Then I would step up my bronzing game a little bit, which we are going to do. So, going to get out my darker, my butter bronzer. I'm just going to kind of go in and define the cheekbone a little more and kind of use it as a contour. I love my cream contour stick, but again, where we've already powdered, we shouldn't go back in with a cream. It just won't lay right. I'm going to kind of just dust around that perimeter with this darker color. And I'm going to kind of go in and then knock a little of the harshness off on my hand because this one's tricky because it is so dark. Go under the neck with this darker one. The nose just on the sides a little. I flatten my brush out a little bit, not really precise or anything, and then just hit it. If you want to be precise, you totally can. This is for the everyday woman. So now I'm not going to get any more blush on here, but I'm just going to pat this back on because y'all remember there's a lot on here still. Just kind of go back in. Make sure that blush kind of connects with that bronzer. Gonna go back in with a little more highlight. Oh yeah, shine, girl. Woo! I like to shine. Hit that chin if you want to, hit that forehead. Yes, yes. All right, now what we're gonna do is start to do something with these eyes because these are not evening eyes. So I would normally take like a little neutral palette like this. This is a crown palette. I have no idea how much this is. It was given to me. It is one of my favorites for sure. And I'm gonna just take this really neutral, like sandy brown, and go in and put this in my crease. And I go a little bit above the crease too. We're just using windshield wiper motions. Just gonna really deepen, give the eye a little bit more interesting look. I'm going to go in now with like this reddish brown shade. And again, I've not tested any of this, but it is just makeup. If anything doesn't look right, you can take some micellar water and try again. I'm just going a little lower than that tan color. I'm overlapping them for sure, but I'm going just a little lower, working my way down into that highlight shade we laid down onto the lid earlier. And if my voice still sounds weird, I mean, I know I always kind of talk funny. I got a strange voice. I know that. I'm very Southern. I used to hate it. It is what it is. But while we were in Missouri, I got super sick. And like the first day we were there, I thought, gosh, I feel terrible. But the allergies always kick our hind ends when we're there because there's just different stuff blooming there. And they said it was the worst that it had been in 30 years. And I was like, super, I'm so glad we're here this week. And so we got there on Friday. I felt like dirt. Saturday, I felt worse. Sunday, I was like, okay, maybe I can make it through the services. And we did, and it was fine. And I was just exhausted. And I thought maybe I'm just worn flat out. And Sunday night, I woke up with a fever, a high fever. And we got up and went to an urgent care the next morning, and I had flu type A. Oh yeah, flu type A. And an ear infection. And I have not had an ear infection since I was a child, and I kept them when I was a child. Like, I lost my hearing. It was so bad. So anyway, I'm still, like, I'm better. I'm totally better. I'm not contagious or anything like that, but I'm still coming back, folks. Okay. McKinley's out there playing with the babies, so you're probably going to hear that. Okay, I'm going to take this burgundy shade and just do the outer corner here just to deepen that and be done. You could have taken just one shade and went in the crease and been done, and it would have elevated it enough for sure. But more is more when it comes to the eye look. Right now, I love the trends because it's like anything goes as far as makeup. Now, a lot of things, anything goes is not cool right now. But as far as makeup, you can do whatever you want and it's totally fine. I think that's so fun. You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, am I doing this right? Is this placement right? You do whatever you want. If you want to wear your blush up here, wear that blush up here. If you want to put it just right here, put it there. It's whatever you want. So I think that's so fun right now. It makes it a lot less stressful. You don't have to worry about if you're doing something wrong. And if you did do something wrong, be like, shh, I planned it that way. So I'm going to go in with that burgundy shade and just smoke out the under eye. And what I mean by that is I'm just going to take this brush right here and just rub it underneath those bottom eyelashes. And for the longest time, I thought the only thing that was supposed to go under your bottom eyelashes was a black eyeliner. And thanks to YouTube, I now know that you can put whatever you want under there. So I do. A lot of times I put hot pink or blue or purple or yellow, whatever. I'm looking for a good yellow eyeshadow. Ooh, that is well loved. Now we are going to go in with our highlighter from earlier and just go back over our lid, brighten it up some. I'm going to do it with a brush because I'm afraid if I go in with my finger at this point, I'm going to kind of dust it all over our eyelashes. So I'm just going to tap in with a brush and just go back over it. You could also spray the brush with a setting spray and make it wet, like get the powder on your brush and then spray it, and it'll go on a lot more pigmented. That would be really pretty, but you do not have to. I'm going to take a tiny brush, not that tiny brush, not that tiny brush, the tiny brush I had in my hand. Wow. I'm going to take a tiny brush into our highlighter and go on the inner corner. I love an inner corner highlight, and just not only the inner corner, but I'm going to drag it down into the inner part of the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go back in with this brush that we laid down more of that color with, and highlight that brow bone. All right, almost done. Eyeliner, because we didn't do any eyeliner earlier. I love these gel eyeliner pens. This one's from Mary Kay. I think it's $16. Revlon has one. I mean, like every company has one now, I believe. It was so awesome when this first came out, because I was using like the little gel jar, and that was a little difficult to work with. And then of course the original eyeliner. This is just so much simpler. It's like you're taking a marker to your eyelid. It doesn't tug, it doesn't pull. It's very simple. All right. So now we're going to go in with our mascara on our bottom lashes, because we didn't hit those earlier. And we're just going to barely touch and shake. All right. Now to elevate our lips, we're going to go in with just lip liner on top of the gloss, and it's going to give our lips the look of lipstick. I'm going to go in with, thinking about red, but I think that'll be too much, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to use a red lip liner and just line right on top of the gloss. Just kind of rub in. And it'll give your lips enough color. Now, if you want to go in with a lipstick, by all means do, but you do not have to. I mean, that gives it plenty enough color. Now, I like to finish with a setting spray. I love this one by Flower Beauty called Seal the Deal. I feel like it just meshes everything together and just kind of gives a fresh, whoo, I ate it. Okay. So I feel like it just meshes everything together, gives it a nice fresh glow. But that is the completed look. Oh, I need my earrings. I cannot end a video without earrings. All right, so that is the completed look. Finally popped on my earrings. So you would just pull your braids down or leave them in, throw on a cute dress, and you're ready to go. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and share it with your friends on Facebook, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.